Hey everybody, it's Sean and Trey with Reactions to the Classics. Before we get started today, we just wanted to invite you to take a look at our Patreon page where we have all kinds of reward tiers, anywhere from reacting to an entire album to songs, supporting us for as little as $1 a month. It really helps us out.
And you can also check out our Facebook and Discord groups down below. Got a great community of people who love music. And all that to say, y'all, let's get to today's video. What is happening, everybody? Trey here, joined as always by my dad, Sean. And today at Reactions to the Classics, we got another triple shot for our man CSN. We have a song by Bauhaus here, and then a couple of the members' other groups that happen. We have Tones on Tail, as well as Love and Rockets in here, song from each of these groups.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. We've reacted to 3 Bauhaus songs before.
We have.
So we're just kind of gonna keep the progression going rather of the groups here. We're gonna
growing.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with "She's in Parties" by Bauhaus. And you want to tell us a little bit about this?
It was released in April of 1983. It was their final single released as a band. Went to 26 in the UK. It's off their 4th studio album, "Burning from the Inside." So on the last 3 shot we did of this, we had 2 songs from 1980 and 1 from 83. So now we're going to come to the very end before the next 2, where we get into some iterations of this group. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they've progressed.
Exactly. No, that's why I'm looking forward to this, and I think CSN did a great job of kind of introducing us to this group
And ordering it the way he did. Yeah.
Gothic rock, post-punk scene.
Yeah, and if you don't know the history of Bauhaus, we talked about it in the last triple shot we did. I invite you to go back and watch that so you can kind of learn a little bit about. They're very instrumental and influential in some rock genres.
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to start with "She's in Parties," y'all. Play the song, and then we'll make a comment here or there as it's playing, but give our full thoughts afterwards, and then we'll just keep on going, and then at the end kind of give our overall scores for each song and compare them. So
let's do it.
Let's start off with "She's in Parties." The Sanity Assassin from this record.
Yeah, we did.
In our previous spot.
This starts it and that ends it.
I can tell you, I'm already digging this sound, man. It has that nice...
They're letting it grow again, just like the other 3.
Wonderful guitar playing.
In the rain, special effects by lunatic and drinks. The graveyard scene, the golden years. She's in parties. It's in the can. She's in parties. It's in the can. Hot heads under silent wigs. Wall guys tumble on the cutting room floor. Look like fall on the cutting room floor.
Baseline is killer on here as well.
Yes.
Haven't mentioned that much on Bauhaus, but it's impressive.
It's in the can. It's in the rain. Special effects by lunatic and drinks. Whose friends green kiss of the rise. I'm tired of spectre the obvious. It's in the can.
Ash is killing it on the guitar here.
Yeah, it is.
So smooth.
It's in the can. Hot lines under a rain of drums. Cigarette pops in action. Dialogue club, now here's the rub. She's acting her reaction. She's in parties. It's in the
Yet again, very well arranged songs. The way they mix this tune is pretty impressive. As I was talking about the bass.
Yeah, they're similar style of taking some time to fade out. Outros on everything. I like it.
She's and Parties, Bauhaus, 1983. What were your thoughts?
Well, I like Sanity Assassin, our previous review that was from this album. I liked it, once again, very crisp on the production. Guitar work was fantastic. Bass work, obviously, fantastic. Different sound to it than their earlier work. I enjoyed it.
I would say this would definitely be my favorite Bauhaus song we've heard up to this point.
I agree.
Which
makes sense. It was a single, went to 26. Yeah, that's a pretty good chart position.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's tough to compare that to something like Nerves that we did last time.
Yeah, totally different animals.
Yeah,
man.
and because they tried to do different things on them as well. But I really thought Ash was just killing it. I thought that the guitar was insanely catchy.
Yeah.
And just had a wonderful sound to it. Sometimes that's all the analysis a song needs. Hey, man, this song sounded great. It had a little bit of that cool 80s flair to it where...
Without going overboard.
I could tell it was from the 80s a little bit, but in a good way. Kind of.
Yeah.
The replacements, as you can see in the back there, I have Let It Be up. They kind of had that same vibe to me with it. You can tell they're from the 80s a little bit, but they're cool guys from the 80s that still hold up.
And I mean, I was a teen in the 80s, and, I thought that music was great. Now I go back and listen to a lot of it, and I cringe. I want to burn the synthesizers up. But yeah, you're right. This sounded well. It's 80s done right. That's going to take us to Performance by Tones on Tail. Now, you were just talking about Daniel Ash.
That's right.
He actually formed Tones on Tail as a side project in 1982, so they were still together at the time, with a roadie from Bauhaus, Glenn Campling. And the names are reference to the way that the calibration tones were recorded on the tail of reel-to-reel tapes. After Bauhaus breaks up in 83, they're joined by Bauhaus's drummer Kevin Haskins, and they become a full-time band. They only did one studio album, though, Pop, released in April of 84, which obviously this is from. They disbanded in late 84, and Ash and Haskins quickly formed Love and Rockets with the former Bauhaus bassist David J. So that'll be the next song, but they went from one thing to another.
I like that. And yet again, shout out to CSN for kind
the
of taking us through the timeline.
So I'm curious, is this going to sound totally different than what we just heard?
Yeah,
or
that's
is it
what I'm
going to sound, are we going to tell a difference between the three groups since there's iterations of them in all of them? So,
all right,
let's
get to Performance. Just like last time, we'll have the lyrics pulled up on our end and follow along.
Let's do it. Still building again.
I like that. As you were talking, this is a synth, right?
Yeah.
Getting a synth up in here.
Yeah, we're in the heavy synth time right now. We're in 84.
So obviously, definitely a lot different than Bauhaus right now.
In their defense, is what everybody was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Man, let this thing breathe.
I was about to say, Bauhaus getting me scared. This is making me want to get up and dance a little bit, you know? It's it's good. There's time and place for each move. Lost in the synth and those beats.
Yeah.
Shadows over masses, faces don't charge. It was too much fun all the time. She said your death must come first to make this dream more real. You'll never be free again. Give us your soul today. Give all your secrets away. We take control today. Give it all away.
Performance tones on tail from their only record, Pop.
Sounds like it should be called Shakes to me, but
Yeah, for real.
that's what's just sticking in my head.
I definitely, obviously, as we mentioned in the tune, heavy on the synth, and kind of reminded me of a group we listened to, didn't do a review for, but just listened to in our free time, New Order,
Yeah,
which kind
yeah,
of
that's a good.
still has that post-punk type of guitar and atmosphere, yet they blend it with the kind of synth and dance type of music here. So that was an immediate comparison that popped up into my mind. Didn't like it as much as the previous tune we listened to.
No, to me it sounded like, and you're not going to be familiar with these two groups, but those kids of mine from the '80s will be. It sounds like Bauhaus and either the Human League or the Thompson Twins had a baby, and that's kind of what we have in this. Not a bad tune, but definitely don't like it as good
as much as the Bauhaus
yeah,
one.
for sure.
I still I enjoyed the different take, and as I got halfway through the song, I was like, oh, a little more make you want to dance, but it still had some of the, I don't know, they'd had that creepy laugh in there, kind of in the background.
And it is stuck in my head like nothing else right now.
Oh,
Shakes.
yeah, the Shakes. I thought that was very catchy. I mean, but the lyrics themselves were still kind of had that dark,
Yeah, very much.
Bauhaus theme, shadows over masses, faces gun charge. It was too much fun all the time. She said, your death must come first to make this dream more real. You'll never be free again. I mean, talk about intimidation.
And then
right
it goes
there.
to the old Shakes, give us your soul today. Shakes, give all your secrets away. Shakes, we take control today. Shakes, give it all away. So, yeah.
I do like when songs kind of hit you hard yet have a nice danceable beat.
Yeah, like I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, what? What did he say? Okay.
In the back. So there is Tones on tail, and now we're going to finish off this triple shot with Love and Rockets, which we mentioned was formed with Ashton Haskins, as well as the Bauhaus bassist David J.
Yeah, he comes in.
So this was formed in 1985. So that would
go from one to. It's weird how they break up, but then a lot of them still stay together, and they just keep going. And they were actually together until 2009. Yeah.
Wow.
No, 1999, and then they reformed in 07 and went to 09. Yeah. I was trying to remember it without looking here. We're going to do one more of them on the next triple shot from their 1989 album, but they did have a hit in 1989. We're not doing this song on the next one. We're called So Alive. Went to number 3 in the U.S. I don't remember, but I'm sure when I hear it, because that's my senior year of high school, I will know it. So yeah, these guys were together for a very long time. They had 7 albums.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm looking forward to this. It says here they, even though they're known as gothic rock icons, Love and Rockets moved towards a slightly brighter, more pop-influenced sound. So, again, curious gonna see the progression here. So we got All in My Mind, Love and Rockets, and then we'll kind of give our overall scores for the 3 tunes we heard. Tell still some of the Bauhaus atmosphere, but a lot more pop.
Yeah, here, definitely.
But if you look into your mirror, you'll see that nobody has ever ripped you off. It's all in your mind. A beauty can only ever be skinny. But if I'm honest, that's all I ever really need. So throw us some flowers and we'll give you some songs and sunshine. And if you give me an hour, I'll show you how you feel.
Smooth chorus, right?
It's all in my mind, so don't be unkind. It's all in my mind. It's all in my mind. Sometimes you really don't know what I mean. Sometimes you really don't know what I need. I say I've got no sense of fun until I know I've won again. And how do you think, yes, how do you think that feels? So just give me an hour, I'll show you how you feel.
This chorus is very pleasant.
Yes.
Favorite part of the tune right here.
It's all in my mind, so don't be unkind. It's all in my mind. It's all in my mind. It's all in my mind.
had these extended outros and
Yeah.
the chorus. All in My Mind, Love and Rockets. Probably the most, I don't know, pop-centric tune
Definitely.
we heard up here. But
Definitely.
even so, still had its, you could tell, kind of alternative rock roots up in there.
Especially in 1986.
Yeah, exactly. I dug that one, man. That was catchy. I think that held up, again, as I kind of mentioned on the last one. You could tell that was from that mid 80s period, yet I think it holds up a lot better than a lot of the other quote unquote popish sound type music.
It does. It does.
But I really enjoyed it, and lyrically, kind of it tells the tale, it seems, of somebody who just kind of maybe an outcast in a sense, or I guess maybe a little misguided, doesn't have
Yeah.
direction. I like this, but if you look into your mirror, you'll see that nobody has ever ripped you off. It's all in your mind. And I don't know, maybe his perceptions of others are either wrong in his mind, or the fact that he thinks maybe others are out to get him, type of thing.
I feel like he may have been burned. Like,
Yeah.
so trust nobody. So he's like, ain't worried about getting close to anybody.
Yeah, and kind of the bridge. Sometimes you really don't know what I mean, really don't know what I need. So I think you might have some validity in that. So going back to the start, kind of give my overall thoughts on all three songs. She's in Parties by Bauhaus. I really enjoyed that. That was my favorite Bauhaus tune up to that point. For me, it's coming in at a rock solid 8. For me, Performance by Tones on Tail, didn't like quite as much as She's in Parties, but still dug it for what it was. I'm feeling probably like a 6.5-ish on that one. And these are all first listen. And then All in My Mind, that last tune we heard, I thought it was a really good, solid pop type of tune, while still keeping that alt rock sensibilities to it. So I'm going a 7 out of 10 on All in My Mind.
All right, so I'll go to She's in Parties. It's by far the best of these three songs. I'm going to go a 7.75 on that. Performance, I'm with you. It's fine. I'll go a 6 on that. All in My Mind. Now, I said She's in Parties is the best song on here by far.
Is this your favorite?
But this is my favorite. So All in My Mind for me gets an 8. You know, I'm a child of this age. You know? And so I realize that She's in Parties, if you want me to just use the critical view, is a better song. I like this song better, but I like both those songs. And I mean, I didn't mind Performance.
No, I think
I like this, type of stuff. So.
I think CSN, again, man, shout out to you. Thanks for the support, and thanks for showing us the group.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of these guys, man. And on the next triple shot, we're going to still get one more Love and Rockets, then go to 2 from Peter Murphy. So it's going to be a nice. So make sure you look out for that. Go back and listen to the Bauhaus, and then look forward when we drop those, because you're going to get just a 9-song arc of kind of getting everybody in Bauhaus and see how they grew. So I think it's pretty cool. We've never done anything like this before.
Kind of getting the hits, and I really dug that. Well, let us know what you think of these songs down in the comment section below, y'all. Again, shout out CSN, and if you would like us to react to a song that you want us to, check out our Patreon and or Patreon rather, and become a patron.
Whatever, man.
And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button, y'all. As always, Dad, appreciate the research.
Fun,
and
man.
until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and we will see ya.